Hello. Oh, are it just the two of us tonight? Nobody else joining?
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering where people are. I know one person, we had a few people earlier today, but I think I'm waiting on three more, and one of them has texted and said she's not coming, so it might just be you and I,
Okay, well, I'll take it.
which is kind of awesome because I spent a few hours today looking over your HTMA test. So
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
so
Great.
tomorrow I will record the overview and send it to you, but some
Okay.
interesting stuff.
Oh, good. I'm excited to, get well. I'm assuming there's a lot going on since I'm reacting to so much. So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But nothing that can't be reversed. So,
Good. That's
yeah,
very encouraging.
yeah.
This microphone's
So,
gonna.
tell me, how are you feeling?
Well, I'm not feeling great right now, but it doesn't have anything to do with the program. I my aura ring like popped up and was like major symptoms, like how it does in the red cloud and all of that today. But my son was sick all last week, and so I started to feel the decline on Saturday afternoon, and I was like, I'm not feeling great. And then yesterday, I was just like exhausted. And then today I've just had like just it's just like body aches and fatigue. So I'm
Yeah,
assuming it's a version of the flu or maybe COVID. I don't know, but it's not horrible. It's just I'm just tired. So
yeah, yeah,
and that's how he was all week. He didn't really have anything except for he just pretty much laid on the couch all week, which is like very unusual for him. So
yeah.
yeah.
And definitely not something you can do.
Yeah, exactly. But my stomach feels great. So that's
Good.
good.
So at
Yeah.
least that's not an issue.
I did add back in sweet potato.
Okay.
I think you tested me that all vegetables and stuff are
Yeah.
fine, but I had still been kind of not eating it. But then I've just been so hungry.
Hmm.
And I've been trying to eat more, and even eating more, I was still hungry. And so finally I was like, okay, I'm just gonna add sweet potato back in.
Yeah.
And so I ate it this morning. Like my husband made a chicken and sweet potato hash for breakfast, and I felt
Yum.
much better today. So
Good.
I was
Good.
not hungry today.
Yeah.
So
And if your body's fighting off something too, you might need it just for energy, like a little extra.
that's
Prompt.
what I thought. And I also drank my electrolytes that have monk fruit in them because I was like, I just felt like I needed it. So I was like, it'll be okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not having any sugar cravings. So I'm feeling like okay that I'm not messing things up by,
Yeah.
making it where I'm craving sugar again or whatever. So I feel okay with that.
Good.
And this is the last day anyways, right?
Yeah,
So
it is the last day. And like you're still following the rules because the rule is choose it consciously, enjoy it
yeah,
thoroughly, don't hold on to guilt and pay attention afterwards. So like,
yeah.
yeah,
Yes, absolutely. And I feel like that was a very conscious choice to do the electrolytes.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Well, good. I'm glad you listened to your body and did those things because I think they probably will help.
Thank
So
you. Yeah.
and hopefully hopefully the aura ring tomorrow already will be like, you're good to go.
Yeah, you're doing so much better. Yeah, I hope so. I took some vitamins today and I took some, the homeopathic, like the one that starts with an O that's really
Uh-huh.
long.
Yeah.
I took that 3 times today. So and I've been taking it for several days because he had it. And so on Friday, I went ahead and started taking it just in case. So I'm hoping maybe it will shorten the life cycle of this for me. So
So,
yeah.
um, I don't know a ton about homeopathy and I'm always learning more, but that is like one of my favorite things. But I
Mhm.
recently heard that you should not take homeopathy preventatively. It does not work preventatively.
Oh,
You should only
really?
take it when
Okay.
you have symptoms. And so
Okay.
that's like a more expensive one too. So you might
It
as well.
is. Save it then. Okay, that sounds good. Then I
Yeah.
won't give it to my youngest one. That's a good. I've been giving it to him too, although he loves it because it's
Yeah.
sugar
Sugary.
pellets. So,
Yeah. Yeah. So
but yeah.
you should only do it like once you start feeling symptoms. And then
Okay.
uh, when you feel symptoms, at least for adults, you should actually take like a full dose every 15 minutes for the first hour. And that will
Oh,
like boost your system. And then if you don't have any more symptoms, you can stop it completely. Otherwise, then after that, go to the 3 times a day or
three
whatever
times a
it
day.
is.
Okay. But I must be too late now for the boosting. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. I'll stick with the 3 times a day, but I'll do that next time.
Yeah.
Or if my little one gets it, he'll be so happy to get to have like
Mhm.
four of them in a row. He
Yeah.
doesn't mind getting sick because, when you're little, it's like you get to stay home and
Yeah.
watch TV. It's like there's a lot of benefits. You get to drink your favorite, whatever. They drink juices,
Mhm.
whatever their favorite juice is. And so at least they're not drinking Sprite and stuff like we did growing up.
Right. Yeah, I loved sick days. Lay in bed and read all day. Yes, please. And like watch
Right?
cartoons and yeah.
Yeah, it's the best. And nobody gets mad at you for just laying there
Mhm.
all day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's where essential oils can definitely be used preventatively. So
Oh yeah. I did just buy some Carrie, she carries this brand called Far and Wild. Have you heard of it?
I haven't heard of that one.
So I just bought some of the immune, whatever would be the equivalent of the immune one
Uh-huh.
from her. So I should be putting that on everybody's feet. That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
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 Thank you for reminding me of that.
Well, I had a cold a few weeks ago. I've been sick on and off since um November, like mid-November. And
Oh
really
no.
it was my body being like, you've got to make some major changes.
Make a major change. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like still like unwinding from the stress of last year. But
Yeah, absolutely.
I went November, December, January, and then it wasn't until I got this cold in February that I'm like, duh, I have essential oils. Like, what am I doing? Like, I literally have a podcast on telling people how to use this. Like,
Yes.
and yeah, I did frankincense, and actually, if you have these, you should do this right now.
Okay. Okay.
Frankincense, lemon, oregano on guard, or you could use your immune one, and then tea tree or melaleuca.
Okay. So frankincense,
Lemon,
lemon,
the
on.
immune one, which on guard would be the doTERRA equivalent,
Mhm.
oregano, and then tea tree or melaleuca. That's the same thing, but
Mm.
people used to call it the flume combo, and then they switched it to the flute when doTERRA.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I've heard of this.
But yeah,
So, you put this on the bottom of your feet.
put it on the bottom of your feet. Yeah.
Okay.
And you can also, I don't know if Carrie's brand can be used internally, but all of those can be used internally too. So if you have a like an empty capsule,
I
you
do.
could do that. I would not do it in a shot glass only because oregano will like burn your lip and all the way
Okay.
down.
Yeah.
But I finally was like, what am I doing? I used to do this all the time. I have a roller bottle that I made years ago with it, and I hadn't
Oh
told,
my gosh.
but I made myself a capsule, and literally within 30 minutes, I felt significantly better.
Yeah.
And then was
We,
like, I can't believe I just went through months of, sick on
no, I feel like I need to like post around my house, like,
it.
if
Mhm.
you're sick, do this.
Yeah.
Because I always don't think about the things I should be doing. And like we go see Shine Pediatrics. I don't know if you're familiar with any pediatricians in the area, but they're like holistic and they recommend like homeopathic stuff and
Yeah.
essential oils and all of that like first before they go to antibiotics.
Cool.
And so Landon was sick like 3 weeks ago. And finally, after a week, we were like, okay, I guess we have to take him to the doctor. We took him to the doctor and they were like, oh, it's a virus. And like, here's all the things you should do. And we were like, cool, we have every single one of those things at home because you guys told us to do that last time we were here. So here's $150. Thank you for reminding us.
This is the fee for not remembering. Okay.
Right, exactly. So I was just like, we've got to like put a like reminder, like if you're sick, here's what you do so that we don't skip out on this stuff that we know we already have. It's like we get sick and I'm just like, I don't remember anything all of a sudden.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's kind of normal, sadly.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna write a little note and like put it in our kitchen so then it's like reminding us.
Mhm.
So, but I'll do that. I'll make a little roller bottle of that.
Yeah, it works really well. And especially with the bottom of the feet, if this was bottom of the feet, the part that connects the toe to the foot, that
Uh-huh.
connects with all of your sinuses. And so make
Okay.
sure you roll it in there as well.
Okay.
Get like the big toe, because that connects with the brain. So anything head related. But
Okay.
It works well.
Awesome.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna try it. Maybe I'll be well by tomorrow. Let's see.
Yeah. I mean, if you do it before bed, like our immune system works harder when we sleep than any other point. So,
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Thank you for that tip. Little bonus tip tonight, huh?
yeah, exactly. Those who watch the recording can get that too.
Yeah, there you go. You're welcome, everyone.
All right, let's jump in.
Okay.
So tonight we're talking about detoxification. Pick the right screen. And obviously, at any point, since it's just you and I, feel free to interrupt with questions if you
Okay, I'll try to ask really good questions for everyone.
yeah, no pressure, but you are responsible for everyone's questions.
Great. Okay, I got it.
Okay, so welcome to week 5. It's crazy that it's already week 5. But tonight we're talking about detox. And so how the body detoxes, signs of poor detoxification, things you that can be hindering your ability to detox, and then ways to support your body in detoxing. And then finally, at the end, we'll talk about the next stage of this experiment, which is reintroducing foods. Okay, so first of all, most people don't realize this, but detoxification is the body's natural way of healing and repairing itself. So most people think of detox as just like to get stuff out, but it is actually part of the healing and repair process. And the body naturally does detox on its own. You don't have to buy fancy detoxes or do special juice cleanses and stuff like that. You can, but you don't have to because your body should naturally be able to do it. And after like this experiment that we've just done, our bodies already are more able to detox because we've cleared up a lot of the inflammation. So there are 5 different detox pathways, and really it's 5 different detox organs that are involved with detoxification. The first one is the liver. And so this is the main organ for detoxification. The liver actually has like 600 different jobs, but its primary job is detoxification. And it literally breaks down and metabolizes toxins so that they become less harmful and then so that they can easily get out of the body. And the liver has 2 different phases of detox. So the second one is the kidneys. And the kidneys filter waste products, excess substances, and toxins from the blood, and then they come out, like it pushes the toxins out through your urine. Next up is the lungs. And so this helps eliminate gaseous waste products such as carbon dioxide when we're breathing. And then skin. So certain toxins and waste can be eliminated through sweat. And I will say sweat is not like it's not a primary way to detox, but it definitely can be helpful to be able to sweat. And there are many people who just don't sweat. And it's funny because it feels like a good thing, like, huh, I don't have to worry about it. I don't sweat. But actually, it's like a sign that you've got probably major toxic overload and we need to open up your pathways. And then the last one is the digestive tract. So once toxins have gone through phase 1 and phase 2 of the liver, then and water soluble has gone through the kidneys, then everything goes through the GI tract and gets eliminated primarily as poop. And you need to have at least 1 bowel movement a day. Otherwise, your body is actually building up toxins. I'm curious, Krista, did you do the transit time test that we talked about, I think week 1?
I'm taking a medication and a vitamin and I have to take them at separate times. And so I just haven't I
Yeah.
kept feeling like I was gonna mess that up if I did it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, at some point you should do it. It's interesting.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not worth messing up medications for. Okay, so some signs of poor elimination. So I'm going to do a functional test with you. And so I want you to stand up and
Okay.
I'm pull up a timer.
Okay. I'm ready.
So that is not my timer. Okay, so I've got 30 seconds on the clock. What I want you to do is just try to stand on one leg for 30 seconds, okay? So
Okay.
go. And I'll join you.
Okay, ready?
Yep, go.
Okay. So come over and knock me over.
Why are you doing that?
I'm just standing on one leg, dude.
Why?
Because Meg told me to.
Mm-hmm. And you made it. Good.
Hey.
Nice job. You passed that test.
I do think my right leg is like when I do balancing stuff, my
Uh-huh.
right leg is steadier than my left one. So I'll be interested to see because we're going to do the other side too, right?
We're not going to do the other side,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, but this should still work. I don't know why my timer won't stop now. Okay. Okay. So now what we're going to do, so that was this one. Now we're going to do the
Oh.
exact same test, but with our eyes closed.
Okay, so same leg, or can I do
Same
the
leg.
other leg?
Same leg.
Same leg. Okay.
Yep.
Ooh, okay. I'm ready.
Okay. Let me know when you want me to hit start.
Okay, ready, go.
Oh,
Do it. That was it.
Okay. You made it 4 seconds.
Okay, that's probably not great, is it? Yeah, no, I can't.
Earlier,
That's why how different it is.
earlier today, multiple people were like, wait, do it again, start over.
Try again, try again.
Yeah. So basically, this breaks down where you're at. So right now, you are in the need a lot of detox support.
I'm not
Got it.
surprised about that. So,
Yeah. So perfect timing. We're here to talk about that today.
yeah, awesome.
But you should do this with your kids just to see if they can do it.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll try it with them.
it's a fun party trick, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
especially with competitive people. So,
Yeah.
okay. So, some signs of poor detoxification. One of them is either gaining a bunch of weight or having difficulty losing weight. So, toxins can hinder the process of metabolizing properly. Fatigue can be a sign of it. Obviously, it's not just because you're tired doesn't mean you've got toxic overload, but it can be a sign of it. And I guess that's the case with all of these. But especially if you're getting plenty of sleep and you're still tired all the time, a lot of times that could be toxins in the way. Digestive issues, so bloating, gas, constipation, diarrhea, all of those could be signs of it. Skin issues, acne, eczema, rashes. This was for me a huge one. I had acne most of my life and still until I started like really getting serious about healing my gut and getting toxins out of my body and paying attention to ingredients, and made a world of difference, which is crazy because I spent so much money on creams and stuff for my face that never made a difference, you know.
So
And
that was one of the most interesting ones for me to learn was that eczema is internal, not external, because
yeah.
the kids had eczema and they
Mm,
always recommend like change your soaps, change your that, which is helpful to have
yeah.
non-fragrant soaps and stuff like that. But it was really when we stopped eating gluten and dairy and then their skin just totally cleared up.
Yeah. Amazing.
Mhm. Yeah.
And with kids, it happens so fast too. So like
Yeah.
you really
Like,
notice.
for sure it's that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing. So headaches definitely can be a sign of toxic buildup as well. That's why a lot of people, like walk by Bath and Body Works and get a headache. Just the toxic smells can give people headaches quickly. Brain fog, so struggling to concentrate, mental fatigue, getting infections often. So this is something like even when you get your HTMA results back, you'll see. Actually, for you, you were good on this one, but when certain heavy metals are present, you're more likely to have either a more susceptible to viral infections versus bacterial infections, that type of thing. Bad breath and body odor can be an issue. Allergies and sensitivities, this is definitely a sign of detox pathways being overloaded. And then hormone imbalance, especially with estrogen dominance. Okay, so things that can negatively impact detox. Under eating. So, especially if you're not eating enough protein. So, the liver needs protein to function since the liver is the primary detox organ. We want to support that with proper protein, but not only eating enough protein, but then able to digest the protein as well. And then putting your body in fight or flight by fasting can also mean that toxins can build up in your body. And then nutritional deficiencies. So being deficient in any of these vitamins or in magnesium can also lead to a toxic buildup. Environmental things, so personal care, like the deodorant and fragrances and the just bad ingredients in a lot of deodorants, makeup and with harmful chemicals, shampoo and conditioner with toxins in it, which that one, like when I started thinking about it, like just literally massaging shampoo into your scalp right there by your brain. It's kind of crazy that we don't have stricter laws about what can be in those things. And the menstrual products. So this one became apparent to me one time when I was doing a Zytoscan on a woman who is in like her mid-20s and very, very health conscious and like didn't eat anything non-organic and worked out all the time and did all the quote right things. And her Zytoscan showed the top thing was glyphosates, which is Roundup. And she was like, how is that possible? I only eat gluten-free and I, make everything at home. And I initially I'm like, well, that's really weird. I don't know. Maybe at some point you were contaminated. And so your body's more sensitive because it's not even used to it. But the more we talked, found out she was currently on her period and was using tampons, and it was like Tampax or something like that. And the cotton in those tampons is sprayed with glyphosates. And if you think about like the tampon going up in a very absorbent area of the body, and so she was literally putting glyphosate when she's like avoiding it everywhere else, but putting it in her body in that form.
It's
So
crazy that it had that much in it too, that it would show. I mean, that's
yeah,
crazy. That's scary, actually.
yeah. And I do think because she was probably more sensitive to it because she was so avoiding it in every other area because that happens sometimes, but
Yeah.
still, yeah. And I know for myself, I mean, I didn't know this when I switched over, but I used to be a Tampax girl and then I switched over to the cup and like my cramps went down significantly. That was the biggest thing. My cramps, PMS was better, but cramps were a huge, like night and day difference. And it was like, seriously, this is all it took.
Yeah. If only we could tell people. I mean, you can, but you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
that's all young girls hear is, and I remember even like TMI, but I remember like one time a girl being like, oh my gosh, like you wear pads, like that is so gross, like shaming me for
Mm,
not wearing tampons at like one point or whatever. And
yeah.
that's just like crazy, you know?
And that was my mom.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. My mom
Yeah.
was like that when I first had my period, she was like, this month you can use pads, but next month you have to learn tampons and I will not buy you pads anymore. And
Oh
like
my gosh.
and then my mom was not the one to like go in and show me how to use them. So she's like, here's the little instructions. And I remember like sitting in the
Wow.
bathroom crying for like hours and so frustrated trying to figure out how to get it in. I eventually figured it out, but
Oh, oh, that's so stressful though. Oh,
yeah, yeah. I love my mom. I really do. But yeah,
oh
it's
yeah.
funny. It's
Funny the
funny to
things
think
that
now
they,
things that she
yeah.
thought in her mind it was helpful, but
Right. Right. It was
yeah.
important. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So cleaning products are a huge one too. So many chemicals in them. I do think like just even in the last 10 years, there's been a huge shift with a lot of good cleaning products that actually work. And so we primarily use cleaning products from Thrive Market, so their Rosie brand, or doTERRA's cleaning products. But there's some other good ones out there, like Branch Basics, I've heard is really good as well. But upgrading your cleaning products is huge. And then air fresheners and scented candles definitely add toxins to the air that you're breathing. So avoiding that is good. And then water contaminants. So drinking water is a huge part of this. And I see this over and over again where people just aren't drinking clean water. And unfortunately, this is something that's not regulated. And so we just have really bad water. And there's not affordable, really good filters out there. So, but I would recommend, if you haven't done it before, go to ewg.org, and they have at the top, there's a banner that says check your water or something like that. And you click on that and put in your zip code, and it shows you all of the contaminants that are in your local water for your zip code. And then at the bottom, it has like recommendations for 3 different filters based on price point that would work in your area. So I would check that out. In the PDF that I sent in the attachment, I've got instructions for that.
Okay, I have it pulled up right here.
Okay, good.
I have an AquaTrue because of you.
Oh, awesome. Well, then you're
Yeah.
probably doing better than most.
Yeah. I would like to have something for the whole house though, for
Yeah.
showers and stuff. I know that we're still lacking on that area.
Yeah. Well, and even if you can just get like the thing that you put on around the faucets, that makes a difference and is a little bit more affordable than the whole house. And, baby step towards that.
Yeah.
So next up, lifestyle. So stress actually plays a huge part in our body's ability to detox. And so chronic stress downstream affects the liver. Oxidative stress can cause damage to the liver cells, and stress alters your gut microbiome. Also, light exposure. So getting out of sync with our natural circadian rhythm can make you more susceptible to building up on toxins. Eating too late can also do that, going to bed too late. And then the lymphatic system, that is the lymphatic system, but for the brain specifically. So if you're not getting enough sleep, and specifically getting enough deep sleep, then your brain is not getting any detox stuff, because that's the only way that our brain detoxes. And then alcohol, cigarettes, vaping, and recreational drugs, all of those also will impact your detox system, or really these will overload your detox system. And vaping is interesting because it's kind of sold as a healthy thing to do and healthier than cigarettes. But from everything I've read, there's not enough data or history to prove the damage, but the thinking is it's probably more dangerous than cigarettes because people think it's healthy and think it's just vaporized water. And it's like, no.
So they do more of it because they're like, oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then it doesn't smell, so people can do it in like public spaces and stuff too. So yeah, it's a big deal. Okay. So support your body with detoxification. So it's really important before you go buy like a special detox kit, or do a juice cleanse to detox your body, that you go through some specific steps first, because otherwise it's not going to be effective and you're probably just going to be kind of miserable throughout it. So the first thing is eating real food, which everybody's doing at this point because of the 21-day experiment. So continue doing that. Moving your body daily. And so we're going to talk a little bit here in a second about the lymphatic system, but that's really important for moving things out. Updating your personal care products. So like there's no point in detoxing if you're still going to spread toxins in the form of lotions and bad shampoo and stuff like that. Also updating your cleaning products so that you're not being exposed to toxins as you're trying to clean things out. And then once you do all of that, then you can add in additional self-care rituals and detox supplements. So the lymphatic system. This is the lymph specifically is the fluid outside the body, cells and blood vessels. And lymph is considered the trash trucks of the body. And so they're just like really slowly moving through our body and picking up the trash. Lymph flows through the lymph nodes where bacteria, viruses, and organic matter are filtered out. And then lymph works as a pre-filter for the liver to prevent clogging the liver with toxins. And lymph moves super slowly through the body, and it's propelled through movement and exercise. And really specifically, it's propelled through our calf muscles. And so the best thing you can do for your lymph system is just go for a walk or like jump. but the vibration plates are super popular right now. And like every influencer is trying to sell you a $300 vibration plate. Those are not nearly as effective as just going for a walk. So if you want to do that to be cool, go for it. They do actually kind of feel good too. But if you're doing it to support your lymph, you'd be much better off if you just went for a walk.
Okay, that's good to know because I was reading a thing actually about how they help with ADHD.
Hmm.
Um, so I was curious about that, but I'll just take my ADHD child for a walk instead.
Yeah, that might help too with ADHD.
Yeah, I think it would.
Yeah, I do like, and I could see that helping with ADHD because I've heard it can help with anxious feelings too, just because it's kind of soothing, just like rocking back and forth is soothing.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So, yeah, but they're saying it's for lymphatic support.
Yeah,
And
there's something about the lymphatic drainage that helps with focus and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
I think you're right. The actual movement of it probably feels good,
Yeah,
but I don't know that beyond that.
yeah.
So,
I had a client who had one and she swore by it, and that was her exercise every day. And then in talking to her, I found out she was doing it for 5 minutes a day. But what she was doing is she was sitting on it as she ate breakfast. I'm like, this is like layers of not right. Like, that's not how this works.
oh
So,
my gosh, that's amazing.
yeah. That's one of those things where it's like, what her journal, like her food and mood journal said was exercise 5 minutes. I'm like, what are you doing for 5 minutes? And
Yeah.
then I get into what she's doing. I'm like, no, 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 no.
Mhm.
None of
Mhm.
that's working for you. So
That's so funny.
yeah. So this is the Big Six lymphatic massage. Um, I highly recommend doing this on a regular basis. I personally like to do it in the shower. And just because I've like habit stacked it into my shower routine, I'm already in there daily. So if I can do this daily, and this is a simple way to open up your lymph nodes as well. So there's 6 different areas within the body where there's like a whole bunch of lymph nodes all in one place. And that's what these 6 are. And you're eating, so I won't make you get up and do all of this, but I will show you just kind of briefly. The most important one is along the collarbone, so both above and below. And all you do is just really gently tap on it and rub on it, rub circles. And so do that for like 20 seconds. And if you can't do any others or you don't have time to do the whole thing, if you can at least do this one, this opens up the lymphatic system all the way down, like from shoulders down. So that's number 1. Number 2 is behind the ears and down the neck. So I kind of start here. And again, just gentle tapping circles, both sides. And so then number 3 is armpits, but it's not really like inside the armpit. It's this part right here. So the fleshy part on the front. And so that's what you're tapping circle, both sides. And then this isn't part of it, but since it's all women going through the balancing program this time around, go ahead and do a breast exam as well, because you're right there. And that's really good to do daily because then you can actually tell if something has changed. Number 4 is belly. And so for this one, I like to do flat hands above and below the belly button. And again, just gentle tapping and circles. Number 5 is the groin. So like right where the leg joint is. So again, gentle tapping, circles. And then the last one is behind your knee. And so both knees, gentle tapping, circles, gentle tapping, circles. And then it doesn't say on here, but after you do all of that, so 20 seconds each spot, after that, bounce on your toes. And that will, again, stimulate the calf muscles and get things flowing and moving for you. So I've thought before it would be cool to like make a little laminate thing and send it to everybody to just set it in your shower. But
That's a good idea.
yeah. So a few other things you can do. One of them is body brushing. And so people call it dry brushing, but you actually can do it dry or wet. And so I've got my brush here and just gently brushing your skin. And basically the rule of thumb is you do it gently and just little strokes, but everything is going towards your heart. And so from the feet up, from the arms, not only does this gently help move lymphatic flow, but it also makes your skin extra soft. So I wish I made time for this more often. Again, it doesn't take a lot of time, but I just kind of forget about it. But I like it, especially if I can do it regularly. I notice, really what I notice is the softer skin. I don't know that I notice the lymph flow.
That's a good benefit, though. I'll take it.
Yeah, yeah. So next one is lymphatic massage. And so this one, most people don't need this. This I really would recommend for people who are having major backups. Otherwise, it's kind of an expensive way to deal with lymph nodes, but it can be helpful. It is something you definitely need to have a massage therapist who's been properly trained on lymphatics to do. So this isn't something where like you have your husband watch a YouTube video and then give you a lymphatic massage. So lymph nodes are super sensitive and can easily be destroyed if they are like pressed on too hard. And so you want a trained professional for this.
I've actually had one before, and I started crying in the middle of it, and I had no idea, like, there was no reason why, like, it wasn't like I thought of something or whatever.
Yeah.
And she was just talking about the emotions that also get released whenever you're doing this.
Wow.
It was really awesome.
Yeah, that's interesting. So rebounding is another great way to, again, stimulate really the calf muscles, which then will help with getting things flowing. So if you wanted to purchase something, that's the one I would purchase over the vibration plate. Just a
I
mini.
have one. We have one already. And the
Nice.
boys do it all the time. I wish I did it more, but the boys do it every day.
Yeah. Well, good. Castor oil packs are amazing. So I really like Queen of the Thrones. The thing with, and that's like the brand that I use. So this one here. But as long as you want to make sure that it's a glass bottle or a metal bottle, don't use a plastic bottle because castor oil naturally pulls toxins out. So if it's a plastic bottle, it's literally like has contaminated with the plastics. If you use Queen of the Throne, this is actually my favorite way to use it is with their big roller bottle because then it's less messy and it's pretty because it's a rose quartz stone on the top. And then they sell a really good castor oil pack. And so just put a tablespoon of the oil on the side that is flannel and then wrap it around your body. And you want to wrap it around the liver, which is on the right side. And so kind of like this. And you can hang out for 20, and that would be this without my shirt on. You want it against the skin, not against your clothing. But hang out for at least 20 minutes. Some people sleep in them. I move too much for that, but people who don't move as much as me tend to love sleeping in it too, because now you're detoxing all night. And even if you're not doing it overnight, more than likely after you do this the next morning, you'll have a really good bowel movement because it just gently stimulates everything to start moving out.
You just do them regularly, or they're like signs that you're like, oh, I really need a castor oil pack, or do you muscle test for them?
I muscle test for them. I muscle test my clients for them. For me personally, I just sometimes I think about it, and then generally I don't think about it. I've been using castor oil on my face more than I've been doing it in the castor oil pack version. But it is something like some people do really well, like doing it every single day. I've muscle tested clients where they need it every other day. And then I've muscle tested some people that's like, no, that's not going to be effective for you. I do find the people who generally who muscle test is not it not being effective for them, they're just too busy and it would cause stress to make them have to slow down. And this is something you really, for it to be effective, once you put it on, you need to do something relaxing. So it's not like do it on and then go mop your floors or something like that, even though it's not going to move around, like it will stay. But part of the process is slowing down and relaxing. So when I do, I
Okay.
typically do it like when my husband and I are watching a show.
Okay, that's good to know. I didn't know that last part actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you have castor oil pack? Like, have you?
Oh yeah. I think I have the Queen of the Thrones brand is the actual thing I have, but then the castor oil I have is Banyan
Uh-huh.
Botanicals.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
like them too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't tried their castor oil, but yeah. And doTERRA has castor oil now too, but I haven't tried theirs because I've got so much of Queen of the Thrones.
Hmm. Hmm.
But heard good things about that one. I will say with Queen of the Thrones, don't purchase it on Amazon because there are a ton of knockoffs, and they have done like Queen of the Thrones has done side by side comparisons showing like how it's not a good quality oil that they're selling in the knockoff versions. And like the
Wow.
knockoff versions will have like a word misspelled or something like that. It's something subtle, but like once you start looking for it, you see it. So
Mhm.
and let's see. The last one is coffee enemas, which you and I have talked about this before, so I know I don't need to explain it to you. But for people who are watching the recording, this is literally what it sounds like. You put coffee up your butt, and it stimulates your liver, and for many people, feels great and is very healing. So I personally do them a few times a week, and it has really helped me again, like especially clearing up my skin. And I've had lots of clients who have liver issues that they've been able to reverse that as well with coffee enemas. So it is awkward when you first do it, but once you kind of know the system, and as long as you have the time for it, it's really, really amazing. And so in the PDF at the end, I included a link to a YouTube video that somebody I know actually created. But I think she does a great job of walking you through the steps, but also she's kind of humorous. And so it's entertaining to watch as well. But like when I first heard about coffee enemas, I was so confused and I thought like there's no way I'm ever going to do this and it sounds disgusting. And it's really not as scary and disgusting as I thought it was going to be.
I agree with that. I think they feel amazing. I mean, they don't feel amazing when you're doing them. They feel fine. They don't hurt or anything. But afterwards, like the clarity that I have and
Yeah.
just the feel like you just feel better for a
Mm-hmm.
while afterwards. So lighter. And so it's definitely worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. How often do you do them?
Um, I probably only do them once or twice a month right now,
Yeah.
but I should probably do them. Well, maybe you're going to recommend that I start doing them more. And if you do, I will.
I didn't do that in your protocol, but I'll muscle test you right now. So show me for Krista. Show me yes, show me no. Should Krista be doing coffee enemas? Yes. Once a week, twice a week, three, four, 3 times a week would be the
Times
recommendation.
a week.
If you
Yep.
have the time.
Yeah. I think I do. I mean, at night after the kids go to bed and that kind of thing, it can be done. So
It won't keep you up at night to do it.
no coffee because I believe that I also have ADHD.
Uh-huh.
Coffee
Okay.
like calms my brain.
Yeah,
So I can drink like two and like a double espresso shot before bed and not stay awake. So
interesting. Yeah.
yeah.
So I am, and again, this is more so for people watching, but I am super sensitive to real coffee. And if I drink coffee, I'm jittery and I'm like a mess. I cannot function. But this, taking real coffee up my butt, exact opposite reaction. Like it makes me super calm and stuff. So
So can you do it before bed or does it keep you awake?
I've never tried it before bed because
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. I've never tried it before bed. So
Hmm.
I just always do it in the morning.
Yeah.
I guess I have done it in the afternoon, like early afternoon, and it hasn't impacted my sleep. But yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, 3 times a week.
All right. I'll do it.
Awesome. Okay, so let's talk about reintroducing foods. So, like you said at the beginning, today is the last day. Tomorrow is when you can officially start reintroducing foods. But definitely don't go out and just eat all the things. So, you've done the hardest part, which is go through 21 days without all of these foods. But then this is also the most important part and the most pivotal part because if you just jump right back in and eat all of the things, you're not going to know what you're sensitive to. And so pick the things that like you're most curious about, whether or not you're sensitive to, or maybe the things you're craving the most, but start with just one of them. So let's say you pick cheese as your one thing. And so then you want to eat cheese tomorrow for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or whatever day you decide to start. And obviously, if you eat it for breakfast and you feel horrible right away, then you don't need to continue with this. You can just realize cheese isn't your friend and cut it out. But if you feel good, have it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner just for that one day. And then for the next 3 days, don't have any cheese and instead just pay attention to your reactions and see if you have any type of reaction. And then if there's no negative reactions, then you know that your body is good with cheese and you can move on to the next food category. And so, oh yeah, and here's an example. So cheese with an omelet and breakfast, cheese on salad with lunch, and then cheese with steak fajitas and siete tortillas for dinner. So you're not changing anything else. Otherwise, you're kind of sticking with the program, just reintroducing cheese. And then during the 3 days, here's some of the symptoms, but there's so many additional symptoms that you could also experience. But changes in bowel movement, swelling of hands or feet, increased indigestion, sleep disruptions, aches and pains, rapid heartbeat, nasal stuffiness, mood swings, runny nose, headaches, vomiting, irritability, brain fog, bloating, fatigue, gas, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So be looking for all of those things. I mean, it's not on this list here, but for me, corn, if I have corn, almost within 24 hours, I will have cystic acne somewhere break out, generally on my neck. So it's important to pay attention to that. But most people don't realize that food sensitivities happen within 72 hours later. So like most people eat something, get food poisoning, assume it's the last meal that they ate, but generally it's actually triggered by something they ate a day or two beforehand. And so that's why you want to pay attention to the full 3 days. That's helpful during this time to do a food journal as well, just to remember specifically what you ate. And then I would just like track all of the symptoms that you experience as well, so that you can connect those dots. And so your challenge for this week, it's a little early, but like I'm not going to get an email on Saturday about it because start it tomorrow or as soon as you got the food in, but try introducing at least one food. And then if you can, like reintroduce one food, do the 3 days, and then the next food, do 3 days, next food. But I don't know anybody who like continues to truly reintroduce everything, one at a time. So is there something specific that you are excited to reintroduce or that you're wanting to reintroduce first?
Well, I'm like kind of nervous because I feel so much better right now. And so I don't want to feel bad again.
Yeah.
Um,
I was thinking
so
for you, since we just changed up, it's been what, like a week and a half?
yeah.
So maybe you don't reintroduce any of those foods that we took out.
Okay.
Like, and instead pick something that you had taken out from the beginning. So at least you had the 21 days and and then like, don't reintroduce the things that we just took out for another week and a half.
Okay.
If you can hold off that long.
Maybe like, well, we just took out all that meat. I'll go back and look and see because I know we took out like all nuts, all meat except for, well,
No, we took
in
out
my mind,
beef.
beef and seafood.
Oh yeah, beef and seafood.
Yeah. And I was eating like a lot of salmon. I was
Okay.
trying to get all my protein in, Meg. You know what I mean? I was following the macro rules. And
Yeah.
salmon is so high in protein.
Yeah.
Um, and delicious. I love eating it. So yeah, I don't know. I need to go back and look at your text and see exactly what you said because I think you also said no.
No
Um,
eggs. Here, I have
yeah,
it
and
actually.
eggs I haven't eaten in a long time. Because I reacted to them. Corn, I reacted to really badly. Um, it says all dairy I need to avoid too, right?
And
Maybe
all
some
grains.
fruits.
Yeah.
I could add some different fruits and fruits back in, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna have to think about that.
Okay, so we had, yeah, avoiding egg, seafood, and beef, all grains, peanuts, all dairy, and all nuts.
Okay, so maybe I could add back some beans
Yeah,
because it only says I should avoid peanuts in like the beans and legumes category. So
correct.
maybe chickpeas, like some hummus.
Yeah, that's actually
Okay.
what I'm gonna do is because it's so funny. I went for a few years without beans because like I did a an elimination diet. I did a Whole 30 and just
Mhm.
decided I don't like beans that much, so I'm not going to reintroduce them. And
Yeah.
again, because of all of the protein talk, I started eating beans again. And now, like during this time, I'm like, I really miss beans. So that is going to be
Oh,
an introduction thing. And I was even
okay.
thinking, like, I've got chickpeas, but I also have hummus. So I'll probably have chickpeas with breakfast just as a side, and then hummus with lunch. And then I'll use the leftover chickpeas with dinner somehow. Yeah.
Okay. I'll try that too. I'll have to go get something that has chickpeas in it because I don't
Mhm.
have anything. But um, yeah. I will say that was eating a lot lower fat because I was doing this macros thing for
Uh-huh.
several months.
And even the
And
salmon was low enough fat. Just
yeah, yeah. But I was eating like, I mean, I was eating like low fat you know what I mean? Like everything. So I was not hitting 50 grams, but I was hitting like 70 grams of fat a day.
Mhm.
And now that I'm eating like avocado and like all these things, I feel a lot better. I
Mhm.
can tell like having more fat. Even when I just eat it, like I'll just eat like, oh, I'm so hungry. And then I just eat some guacamole. I'm like, okay, I feel better, you know? So I
Yeah.
can just tell a difference that like, okay, I was afraid that because I had really low stomach acid before
Yeah.
that I wasn't gonna that I should be doing low fat, you know, and I think that was not correct. So,
No. And stomach acid doesn't really play a role in breakdown so much as protein breakdown. So,
oh, okay.
what were the
So
macros that you were aiming for?
160 grams of protein a day.
Wow.
Um, yeah. Uh, 50 grams of fat, and it was something like 200 around 200 grams of carbs.
Okay.
So it was a lot of calories because it
Yeah.
was like 2100 calories because I was eating too little before and she was trying to restore my metabolism with more calories,
Yeah.
but I was just gaining weight and I
Mhm.
was bloated and like it wasn't working, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I did it for like 6 months and I was weightlifting at the time too.
Mhm.
So it was like I was doing all the things that they say that you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
And all of it is good generic advice. Like
Yeah.
all of that sounds like what most women are being told to do. Like the 160 grams, I would guess that is that your like goal weight is 160. So
Yeah. That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Hmm.
But if the body can't manage all of that, then it doesn't do any good. But ironically, based on your lab testing, the macros are similar,
Mm.
not a bit. It's just macros, so it's percentages of food,
Okay.
and so
So
it's
I don't necessarily have to get 160 grams of protein. It'll just be higher protein.
yeah.
That makes sense because I have the APOE4 gene.
Mhm.
And so they've kind of always told me, you know, I need to eat like a caveman.
Mhm. Yeah.
So it makes sense to me that like I feel way better when I eat meat and vegetables and lower other things.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's kind of what your HTMA results show as well. So
Cool.
yeah. Well, that's
Good.
the end of tonight's presentation. Do you have any questions?
I don't think so. My question was going to be, should I keep going with my diet since we haven't done it for the full 3 weeks?
Yeah,
And I feel good about that. I mean, I've lost 6 pounds already.
it's so crazy. In
I've
a week and a half, not even.
right. And I haven't been able to lose a half a pound. Like I have not been able to budge the scale for several years. Like I've just been going up and up and up and up. And so, and then of course they're like, oh, your hypothyroidism is back. So it was like, it's frustrating because I was eating no gluten, no dairy,
Yeah.
and then now I was eating mostly like sweet potato, salmon, and vegetables for dinner, chicken salad for lunch. I was eating like what you would think would be like super healthy, but I
Mhm.
was eating potato chips, even though they were Siete potato chips. There was things that were in there that clearly I can't fudge a little. I got to be more strict than I was being. And I'm okay with that because I know I feel better.
Mhm.
Um, so anyway, yeah, that's I'm excited. I'm excited to keep going and I feel motivated to keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we altered your plan a little bit so that you could have these results.
Yeah. And drinking coconut milk in my coffee is just fine. It's turned out just fine, except
Mhm.
for if it's sweetened, then it tastes terrible.
Right.
Otherwise, it's good.
Yeah, I've definitely experienced that before. Like, what in the world? This is not how I make it at home.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, have a good night, and
Thanks.
you'll be getting stuff from me tomorrow morning, hopefully, unless things happen.
Yeah. And there was a thing that was like fill out another.
Yeah.
Is that one I didn't fill out before, or we're filling it out again because we're done
We're,
with this?
yeah, we're filling it out again so that we can do the side by side and see
Oh, okay.
before and after. And so
Okay.
if you want to wait and do it a week and a half from now so that you have
Okay.
the full 21 days, it wouldn't even be a week. Oh yeah, it would be. Yes, three
Like
weeks.
we did, let me see when oh, it doesn't show me on here. I screenshotted it. It doesn't show me when you sent it.
Oh, here, I
But
can
I
see.
started doing it whatever day you sent it, the next day I started it
Yeah.
for real.
Let's see.
Let's see
February
if I can pull.
18th.
So how many days is that? Let's see. Flip my calendar. So I guess I would have started the 19th, right?
Yeah.
If you send it. So yeah, so it's just been a week and a half. So I need to go till like next Thursday, I
Yeah.
guess. Okay. I
Yep.
can do that.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Meg. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Pleasure. I appreciate you being on so I didn't just talk to myself. I'm
You're so welcome. And hopefully I asked all the right questions for everyone watching the recording.
sure you did. All right. Have a good
All right.
night.
See you.
Bye.
Bye, Meg.